Hi everybody, welcome. How you doing? So we are in a place of much change, and my video today is to explain where we're at right now on three different levels. The first level is on the human plane, where we are looking at the C-19 virus and seeing it as a catastrophic event which is happening worldwide, and many are either being affected by it or many are being kind of pushed into a space within themselves to reflect on what they have to face their fears, deal with what's going on within them, learning how to be in one space, and that can be really challenging. So for those that are in that framework, my advice to you is to, whatever's coming up for you, is to face it with love. Face it with absolute admiration that you have the time to reflect and the time to heal parts of yourselves that we might have been running away from, or we might have been misleaded by when we had all these other things to do. So try not to focus too much on the virus and what's happening in the world and what's happening, what you can't achieve, and rather look at what can I do right now? How can I readjust to my life? How can I be a better person to myself? So that by doing self-work, you're then doing it for the collective. And then we have the second world, which is kind of behind the scenes of what they call the Cabal, or the reptilians, or the Illuminati, or all this information that's coming up of that we have been living in a lie. And this world is about the unveiling of the veil, which means that it's showing the truth of what has been holding us back and keeping everything quite evil, if you may. And that also gives a lot of understanding to why we are feeling somewhat attacked psychically, or depressed, or feeling like there is so much distortion going on within our world. And that's true, there is. But this is the end of that. They are being revealed, they're being arrested, they're being looked at. And if we follow that and we look into it, that's fine, but don't become it. So that's coming to an end. That's the third dimensional coming to an end. That's the 5G, that's the world order, that's all those things. And at the end of the day, this is something that is being done for a long time, but I don't think it will actually get to the end result which we are fearing. And what it's actually doing is pushing the human, which is the first world, to choose our free will, which is your sovereign right, and by seeing the truth for what things really are. So see it like you would watch a movie. Try not feed too much into it, and don't let it distract you from what you're doing, which is your own ascension path. And then lastly, the third world is those that see things from a higher perspective. Those would be your angelic realms, your ascended masters, light workers, and psychics, activists, everybody that can kind of see the higher picture. And in that, what we're doing is, this is the ascension. This is what we've been working toward. So please be proud of yourself that you're here, and if you can see things from a higher perspective, is to share your wisdom with those that are feeling lost at this time. But also remember to not get distracted by everything and just focus on yourself. And what we have to focus on is peace, tranquility, clear-mindedness, and hope during this very intense time. That is all we are required to do. So we are evolving from a third dimensional reality into a multi-dimensional reality, which of course is called a quantum leap. And that quantum leap is really a huge expansion of consciousness. So things are looking like they're going to hell, but they are, and at the same time this golden age is rising at the same point. So with those three worlds happening at the moment, I choose to stay neutral. And by staying neutral means I don't play in any of those fields. In fact, I'm out of those fields, and I tend to see them as different realities playing out at the same time. And my reality is to choose nature, choose myself, choose my free will, and choose this vessel to look after it by drinking good water, eating good food, and getting good rest, and meditating, yoga, dancing, being creative, and also learning how to say no. Learning how to say no and not being manipulated by myself and including others, and learning how to master that. So we're mastering unconditional love. We're mastering a level of consciousness that has never been experienced yet in this physical plane, and we've chose to be here. So we should be honored and celebrate that this is the rise of what they call the golden rose consciousness, which is of the goddess, which is of Mary Magdalena and Crystal, Christian and Krishnu. And all of these dimensions are coming through. So tune into yourself, develop your intuition better, and of course, be kind to yourself as you go through this process. So the tips and tools that I can share with you right now is that my soul activation that I've been doing now for 10 years, as I've been mastering this whole experience since 2012, is how to be on the emotional level detached from needing money, needing all these external criterias of myself, and who am I without those things, and I am a sovereign being without those things. So the soul activation really does allow you the step-by-step process in how to detach from the third dimension, come into your neutrality, clear what no longer serves you. And I teach you how to do these things because I'm all about empowerment and telling you that you have these tools within you. We just have never been taught the how to. And with that is allowing you to be way more integrated and ready for this expansion. So the soul activation is for everybody and anybody, but mainly those who are ready to seek it, and it does work. So if you are interested and you want to connect with me, please do. And at the same token, I give a 15-minute free call to anyone that wants to chat about anything. So hang tight, choose which timeline or reality you want to participate in, and then be comfortable in your divinity and trust that there is a higher process at hand. Thanks, guys. I really wish you all the best of luck. Stay indoors, stay in your power, and stay true to yourselves.